Welcome back, guys. Captain here with another new laptop MacBook Air 2020 review. The new MacBook Air 2020 is here, and I have not been this excited for a keyboard in my life. That's how important this Air is. It one of the biggest update yet to Apple popular, which shape it ultra portable. The new MacBook Air fixes that problem with a new Magic Keyboard with a better travel and a more proven successor switch and mechanism. The new Air also boosts improved battery life enough to last you a whole day of work. So in this video we're talking about the all new MacBook Air 2020. Make sure to like this video and subscribe for more tech videos. So first of all, we're talking about the design. While Dell and HP are catching up to Apple on aesthetics, the MacBook Air 2020 is still gorgeous laptop that stands out in a crowd. The gold color version still looks forward fresh, even though Apple is only made minor tweaks to the design over the year. It's a matter of contrast, as the gold keyboard deck and chassis just appear better with the black bezel and keyboard than the silver and space gray. The Air display bezel looks thin enough on the sides, but the top bezel, which is wide enough to allow for a webcam, looks a little chunky. The new MacBook Air 2020 weight is 2.8 pounds and measure 11.9 by 8.4 by 0.6 inches. That's the same at last year model, showing that the right keyboard does not have to change anything about the chassis. So now talking about the ports of the new MacBook Air, has dual Thunderbolt 3 ports on their left side, and it's a headphone jack on the right side. I would rather Apple spoil it USB-C port between the left and right sides of the laptop, but it's not a deal breaker. When Apple saw the light on replacing the butterfly keyboard, I was hoping it would also reconsider bringing back the boxy USB-A ports for easy use. With a most peripherals, always you will need a hub or adapter if you want to use any of your slightly older gadgets and cables. The Surface Pro 7 offers a USB-A port, while the XPS 13 does not. Dell throw in a USB-C to USB-A adapter. Both the Surface Pro and XPS 13 include a micro SD card reader as well. So now talking about the display of the MacBook Air with a resolution of 2660 by 1600 for our 4 million pixel, the results are positively jaw-dropping. Images take on a new level of detail and realism. Text as a sharp and clear and true tune technology automatically adjusts the white point of the display to match the color temperature of your environment, making web page and email look as natural as the printed page. With the millions of color, everything you see is rich and vibrant. The display glass goes right to the edge of the enclosure, so you can focus on what your screen, and you are going to love what you see. The display is 13.3-inch diagonal LED backlight display with the IPS technology and 2560 by 1600 native resolution at 227 pixel per inch with the support of millions of colors. Supported scale resolution is 1680 by 1050 and 1440 by 900 and 1020 by 640. 16 by 10 aspect ratio, and the display also has a true tone technology. So now talking about the audio and webcam. Instead, the MacBook Air 2020 has the same lackluster 720p webcam as before, which does not provide a great image of yourself for all the video calls you will be making and or quarantine vlog you decide to capture. The audio, never I have heard this much volume come out of such a small laptop. I feel impressed with the weekend blending lights with its strong pleasing bass, silky sweet vocals and crisp syntax. So the keyboard and a touchpad. Why I'm considering buying the MacBook Air 2020 for myself, it's the magic of a great keyboard, especially the Magic Keyboard that Apple finally boosted upon the MacBook Air after giving it to the MacBook Pro 16-inch last year, which has key that actually feel great to type on, as my finger are peak of Mario's gleefully bouncing off a gimbal. The keys feature 1mm of travel, which is improved from the 0.7mm from last year keys. That makes a huge difference, adding 42% more deep to the keys so you don't feel like you slamming your digit against metal. It's not just the keyboard depth that has improved. Through Apple swipe it out the butterfly style switches it used in the MacBook Air for the last 2 years for the traditional successor style switch. You can feel the difference. The new MacBook Air 2020 has a 5.2 by 4.7 inch force touchpad. Trackpad offers speedy response time to 2-finger scrolling and 3-finger macOS gesture. I still wish you could actually click on the trackpad, as the haptic feedback it's provided to try and fool your finger still does not provide enough of a clip even when you increase its reaction setting. Talking about the performance of the MacBook Air 2020 did not wow, as the Synthetics benchmark with a 2738 on a Geekbench 5.0, which measure overall performance. We saw much higher score from the Microsoft Surface Pro 7 Core i5 10th generation U series CPU and Dell XPS 13 Core i7 10th generation U series CPU with 4443 Microsoft Surface Pro 7 and 4847 of the XPS 13 respectively, which makes sense give their faster U series chips. The MacBook Air 2020 took 27 minutes and 10 seconds to transcode a 4K video to 1080p and on handbrake, which is not a great. The Surface Pro was 5 minutes faster than the Air with a time of 22 minutes and 30 seconds, and the XPS 13 was nearly twice as fast at 15 minutes and 40 seconds. The one highlight of the new MacBook Air benchmark score came from its mighty fast 512GB of SSD on the Blackmagic speed test. The MacBook Air recorded a 1301 megabytes per second read speed. The Intel Iris Plus GPU in the MacBook Air 2020 is not built for serious gaming or graphic work, but it's still capable of basic tasks. Talking about the battery, the MacBook Air battery life is a notable improvement. Our last year model on battery test the continuous web surfing over Wi-Fi at 150 nits. The MacBook Air 2020 listed for 9 hours and 31 minutes, beating the 2019 model time of the 8 hours and 51 minutes and outlisting the Surface Pro 7 hours and 30 minutes. The 1080p XPS 13, however, crushed all competitor with incredible 12 hours and 39 minutes. So now talking about the pricing and configuration. For a while, the MacBook Air started at $1,099, meaning that the Apple did not sell $1,000 laptop. The new MacBook Air fixes that, knocking down the intro level price to $999 for a configuration that includes Intel 10th generation Core i3 CPU, 8 gigs of RAM and 250GB of storage. Not only is that the model cheaper than it was last year, but it is also got an SSD that twice as larger than the 128GB drive that Apple used to default to. The upgraded model with a 10th generation Core i5 CPU, 8 gigs of RAM and 512GB of storage cost $1,299. A $150 upgrade to Core i7 CPU will bring the price to $1,549, while doubling the memory to 16GB of cost $200 more. I'll do probably option for a $1,499 model with a Core i5 CPU and extra RAM. So this is the full info of the MacBook Air 2020. As the MacBook Air 2020 review showed, the quest to pick the right MacBook has gotten a lot easier. With a comfortable keyboard, amazing sound quality and lengthy battery life, the MacBook Air is now the default MacBook for most. Though some will find themselves wishing for more speed and performance. If you are a power user but don't want to spend MacBook Pro price, the Dell XPS 13 offer more speed and longer battery life, giving Mac user a reason to consider switching. However, if you got the cash, the 16-inch MacBook Pro is a speed demon worth looking at, but everyday user that are tried to the Mac OS ecosystem will love the MacBook Air for its sharp, colorful screen and solid endurance. So guys, this is my talk about the MacBook Air 2020. Let me know in the comment section, are you love the MacBook Air or the Microsoft Surface Pro 7 or the Dell XPS 13 or the MacBook Pro. Let me know in the comment section which one is your favorite laptop, and make sure to like this review. And for more tech videos and smartphone comparison and all over gadgets comparison and gadgets review, make sure to like this video and subscribe this channel for latest tech news and latest tech gadget reviews. I'll see you in my next video. Peace out.